Storm is coming, reveal the mystery. Hidden warriors already to give a fatal blow. Observe the sums of time, guided by civilization. Light a beacon, spread the words. The war cries sounding from afar. Fire and sword piercing through. We'll never surrender. For our lives, for victory. From the King of Glory. The symbol, touch the sky. Together, are the champions. Charge without fear. Climb the highest mountain. The way to glory is higher than the sky. The sound of world feel the planet. We are the heroes that will make history. Words will spread to kindness. Temple the God will walk up there. Battle between legends never end. Swords come through the gates of hell. All will be ready. Unstoppable warriors, impeccable strategies. When the sharpest blade are drawn, enemies will be confronted. Storm is coming, reveal the mystery. Hidden warriors already to give a fatal blow. Observe the sums of time, guided by civilization. Light a beacon, spread the words. The war cries sounding from afar. Fire and sword piercing through. We'll never surrender. For our lives, for victory. From the King of Glory. The symbol, touch the sky. Together, are the champions. Charge without fear. Climb the highest mountain. The way to glory is higher than the sky. The sound of world feel the planet. We are the heroes that will make history. Words will spread to kindness. Temple the God will walk up there.
Hello, governors. Welcome to the 2023 Rise of Kingdoms Global Champions Grand Prix round of 16. I'm your host, Plato Gaming, caster and content creator for Rise of Kingdoms, and today we will be spectating 88VH Valhalla versus FF15 Go Lose Fast. So it's going to be a very interesting first match two international teams going back and forth. And for those who don't know, this Grand Prix is a special one, as it is the first event to combine the international Rise of Kingdom server with the Chinese Rise of Kingdom server, bringing the best of the best from the two servers, ultimately to crown the best Ark of Osiris team in the world. So we actually invited all the Osiris League realm winners from the last two seasons. For the international server, we have 4 realms, that being Horus, Anubis, Basset, and Sobek. And for the Chinese server, they have 2 realms so far, with the realm of Horus and the realm of Anubis. So overall, that is 12 champions from the past 2 seasons coming together and that were invited. And for the other 4 spots, 4 teams were invited, 2 teams per server, from the sign-up stage of the Grand Prix. So if you guys remember, there was actually a sign-up stage where anyone could bring their friends or people they've played Rise of Kingdoms with in the past to come together and create a team to play in this tournament. So for this matchup, we actually have 88VH versus FF15. And as I said previously, they are 2 teams from the international server. So we'll see some familiar faces here. And they'll be battling it out to move over to the quarterfinals, taking the next step to be the global champions. 88VH qualified through being one of the finalists in the international server, while FF15 was one of the 2 teams that qualified through being a top team in terms of power when they signed up. So we'll have to see if FF15 has the cohesion, they have the players and the strategies that 88VH were able to display during their Osiris League season. It'll be really interesting to see if the team that was able to come together will be able to come together again to take on the 88VH. So like the grand finals, every player is given an account. We're in a whole new server. This server is just for the Grand Prix here, and every player is given an account. So the actual power of the player won't matter because every account has the same amount of troops, every account has the same gear, and every account has all the commanders. I don't believe there's any armaments in this Osiris League battle, so we won't have to worry about armaments. But in terms of commander gear and troops, everyone is on a level playing field. So it'll all come down to strategy. All come down to timers, making sure all your marches are active. So it'll be really interesting to see FF15 go lose fast, battle it out with 88VH. We have some familiar faces from FF15. I believe a lot of them come from 2605, which is actually Chiskel's kingdom. So we have Justin or Yoda, which is one of the highest powered players in the international server. Fluffy Pony is also an up and coming really big player. BT Cyborg as well. And 88VH actually has Makote, which is probably the most popular Rise of Kingdoms player that we have, being a football player for PSG and playing for Brazil. So a lot of celebrities here. It is star-studded. And just in case you want to see the bracket here, this is what the bracket is looking like. So we are looking in this bottom left corner, 88VH, FF15. The winner of this will verse the winner of USD and 489. And both of those teams are going to be really tough to fight against as well. So we can go into the game here, and there you go. So FF15 is on the blue side versus 88VH on the red side, with all the players porting in. Alrighty. So all the players are putting in now. The openings are going to be so interesting to see. I'm going to be looking for the opening sentries. I'm going to be looking for where people put their marches. In Osiris League Season 7 for the international server, we actually saw a lot of players and a lot of teams use the Fog of War to their advantage, going to the outer lanes here and pressuring the outer lanes so that their opponents would have to pick if they should protect those outer lane structures or if they should protect the or go to mid and try to contest this arc. So we'll have to see what each team plans to do here. 88VH teleporting really meticulously, making sure that the people that teleport first are in the back. Look at how look at that, they are really picking the teleports, as well as FF15. That's what you'll see in the high skilled matchups, is just even the milliseconds count. So you want to make sure everyone's teleported in the right side here. There you go, and Makote is going to be teleporting near the front, I'm guessing, as one of the first obelisks, taking one of the first teleports. So alrighty, 50 seconds left in the match, and we actually do have a gift code, so I'm going to be flashing that up in the screen now. Gift code QA85NRCOSM. I'm not exactly too sure what you get, but put that in game and you will get a prize of some sort. 25 seconds left until the match starts. I'm expecting to see some double C's, super speedy marches going towards these obelisks, as well as the outposts. We'll have to see if we'll see 14 rallies. 14 rallies being for all 4 obelisks plus the opponent's outposts. As the gates start to fall here, we see 5 rallies so far. 4 obelisk rallies of 88VH, 3 only for FF15. So it looks like FF15's either deciding to not rally one of the obelisks or forgot to set one of the rallies here. As you can see, the T1 double C marches speeding to the obelisks. I believe we'll see that mirrored as well in the 88VH side. Look how speedy that march is. 20 seconds left. Let's see the distribution here. It looks pretty even in terms of players. I will say, oh, it looks like they decided not to take the obelisk early. Just go the outpost rather early. Just go straight to the obelisk. I'm kind of surprised to not see any outpost rallies, but there you go. We got sentry down for 88VH, covering the Shrine of Life. It's also covering the Sky Altar, just in case they try to put extra pressure on the Sky Altar, which we've seen some teams do during Season 7. And then their troops are going to be covering the Fog of War to the Desert Altar, so they'll have a full line of vision in this top side. Let's see where FF15 put their sentry. They actually didn't use their sentry yet. Interesting. Okay. FF15 choosing to hold their sentry placement. We have the double C walking over just to see if they can get a cheeky obelisk cap. Hidden sentry, there you go, used. And yes, it is going to be below the pyramid, and they were able to see these initial marches, so not too much time lost there. Not too much time lost. Let me put away the gift code. Alrighty. So now we have interesting. So we have one obelisk rally going to the bottom obelisk of 88VH from FF15. And for 88VH, they have two obelisk rallies. We'll see if they choose to break the rallies, which I believe they are. Guan Yu rally, not meta, so this is going to be a transport rally for the infantry. Meanwhile, let's go see where the other rally is. Yeah, so I believe this rally is also going to break. Let me just make sure we play off simplified here. So the rally just broke. Got the garrison lead in there as well. Make sure to hide that guy. And the initial desert altar fights have commenced. We will see. Oh, it's a cav rally. Will this cav rally break, or is it going towards? There you go. The cav rally has broke. Obelisks are now occupied, so we should be seeing the first teleports. Cortex being a nuisance here, just making sure to block off as many teleports as possible. Structures opening in 13, 12, 10 seconds. First cap is going to be so important here. Let's see if FF15 will be able to go offensive here and go into the Desert Altar first, or if 88VH will be able to hold it. It looks like 88VH was able to actually take 3 of the first altars here. Surprisingly, they're able to take the Sky Altar of FF15. FF15 quickly swarming that down, saying, nope, we need that altar. In case you're new to Osiris League and Ark of Osiris, the altars tend to be the most important structures. They give the most points, 150 points per minute. And first occupation, which is the first person to capture it, capturing meaning holding it until the timer finishes, get 750 points, which is huge. And then the Shrine of Wars tend to not be too much of a priority. It's only 80 points per minute, but it does give buffs with the Shrine of War, 5% attack, 5% defense. And then the Shrine of Life being 5% health and 5% movement speed. The Shrine of Life being super important, but it's in the outer lane, so it's harder to hold and take. Okay, so it looks like all the altars are safe from each team here. Not too many fights. 5 minutes until arc spawns. We're probably going to be seeing the mid rotation. We have FF15 actually pushing up towards a Shrine of War here. There are a lot of players in this outer lane, and they are pretty low. So I think FF15, these players are actually going to have to refresh, which is not good. You kind of want to try to sad face your marches as much as possible. And as I said, in this game mode, everyone has the same amount of troops, and I believe they all start at 200 something mil power. So you won't be seeing them run out of troops in an hour. So sad facing just for the tempo, just so that you can get from point A to point B as fast as possible and then relaunch your marches, is the meta here. Desert Altar being contested by FF15. Makote is right here. Will Makote fill the structure or hit the swarmers? Oh, they were able to capture the desert altar before first points. So first occupation is still up for grabs for the 88VH desert altar here. But it looks like Makote will be able to swarm back down this desert altar. Let's see where people put the sentries. We got the FF15 sentry at the lip, at the entry point of the Ark of Osiris, of the mid Temple of Osiris rather. Sky altar taken yet again by 88VH. So in my opinion, it does look like 88VH outside of the desert altar being taken and flipped is winning. Oh, Makote was a garrison lead, so he couldn't fill the desert altar, which makes sense. In Ark of Osiris, unlike KVK, it's more like a building structure where you can only fill with one march at a time, so you can't just 5 march stuff as you would be able to in KVK. That desert altar should be fine. There are marches trying to swarm down the obelisk, but I feel like that will be fine. It looks just going to be a staring contest, I believe, outside of these. Oh, actually, the sky altar is going to be contested here. A lot of players from FF15. This is like, I think I see 4 players in the outer lane trying to retake the sky altar. It's a lot of resources. 4 players, 20 marches, which is 20 marches that could have potentially been mid. Let's see if they are able to see the sentry. I believe that means they are able to see the sentry. Oh, obelisk capture from FF15. I'm pretty sure they won't be able to hold it, but it will at least delay teleports in this top lane, rather, this top side, for 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to recapture a structure. We'll see if that'll pay dividends in the future. Shrine of Life being taken. It looks like all the structures are going to be even here. Everyone's going full mid. Look at the amount of marches being sent by FF15 and 88VH. It's going to be an all-out brawl for this first arc of the game. Now, there are a lot of benefits of getting first arc. You're able to dictate how many arcs there will be in the game. If you want to insta-cap and go mid-focused, or if you want to lower the variance, and which is what we see most teams do. If you have first arc, hold it for the full 15 minutes, because after you capture arc, you can hold it for 15 minutes. As we start to see the mid fight here, total vision used by FF15 replied with another total vision by 88VH. And we see dust up used by 88VH and Heaven's Grace. So more points used by FF15, probably because they know that they have less marches mid. They have a lot of people still streaming in from home base. As we start to see the sad face meter, there are more sad faces coming up for FF15. Again, that might be a snowball effect of the amount of marches that they had to allocate to recapture the sky altar in the outer lane. Let's see if you'll see some familiar names here. Look at the sad faces coming in. Arc has spawned. It looks like 88VH have first tap. No one from now someone from FF15 is trying to cap, but it's a bit too late. And now the Arc is with the Joan of Arc here, Joan of Arc Prime. And it looks like it has a clean pull. 88VH just dominating this mid lane here. So FF15 will have to play. It'll be interesting to see. Will FF15 decide to contest this arc, or decide to keep sending marches towards it? Or will FF15 decide to try to hold structures here? They do have the Desert Altar of 88VH. Also, 88VH seems to have actually taken one of the altar's first captures. I'm not too sure how this point differential. Maybe it... I think it was the first capture. As we start to see Abo versus the world beelining for the Arc of Osiris, but I think 88VH has this covered. A clean first arc for 88VH. FF15 sending marches. I think this is a good play because at least you'll be able to try to hold this Desert Altar even if you don't go for the arc, but it looks like 88VH were able to get there before anyone could fill. They have a Boudica Garrison. And there you go. 88VH sacrificed a bit of their altar control. 2 minutes of altar control for arc. Let's see what other structures are being contested. So 88VH, I think they have enough marches here, although there are a lot of marches swarming this Desert Altar. Heraclius Garrison, Heraclius YSS. So the reason why Heraclius YSS is really good, you are able to fill with any troop type. And that's just really strong with Heraclius YSS as a garrison. In this crazy open field fight, it's not like you could come from your city and just bring specifically infantry or cavalry, for example. If you're here and you're healthy, you can consistently fill the structure, which is exactly what 88VH has been doing. The reason why this structure is still up is because of the march swapping, although I don't think there are any marches around to swap anymore. It's getting so low. Is 88VH going to be able to march swap? No, they were not able to, but they were able to hold it for quite a long period of time, and I think they'll be able to recapture it right away. Yeah, FF15 doesn't have a garrison for this, so the difference between having a garrison and not having a garrison is pretty drastic, and I don't think it was able to be filled as well. As we see, 88VH is opting into holding this arc. You can see in this top left corner the arc timer and how long they have to capture it. We could look at some of the other structures here. The outer lane of the Sky Altar being under heavy contention. The garrison swap of the Sky Altar from 88VH. It looks like they're swarming down the swarmers here. Maybe also the rally. I'm reading the chat. Apparently it's 1 hour of healing speed, 1 hour of training speeds. Hey, 120 minutes of speed ups is pretty decent. In case you missed the gift code and you want 2 hours of speed ups, there it is. 88VH able to hold their Sky Altar. Although the obelisk keeps getting captured over and over and over again, I think they're just not prioritizing garrisoning the obelisk. They can use that march elsewhere. Desert Altar of FF15 looks like it's going to be a clean hold. 88VH. I think they'll be able to hold to this as well. They have a lot of units. And the Sky Altar rally was just swarmed down. So it looks like everyone is holding their side pretty well here. We could look at the points per minute. We have FF15 winning by 50 points per minute right now. Oh, there you go. A structure just flipped. So because yeah, they were able to capture the Desert Altar. So 600 points per minute to 500 points per minute. The game's pretty close actually. It's just 88VH was able to get the first arc. But in terms of structures, each side has been able to hold their side pretty well here. FF15 wrapping around this pyramid here. Wow, are they actually going to be able to... I'm just surprised that they're able to capture this obelisk over and over and over again, and they still don't have all their members teleported in. There are a lot of FF15 marches, but I don't know if they'll be able to take this without a rally. Is there a rally coming in? I think a rally was just swarmed down. We have a rally marching the Shrine of War, but the Desert Altars are always the most contested structures, I feel. Lost control of an arc. Oh, interesting. Oh, do you want to do that if you're Maru, though? So it is pretty interesting that they're able to take the... Oh, yeah, they canceled. So the reason why you don't want to take this arc if you're FF15 is because it's within the opponent's cities here, within 88VH's cities. And if you take the arc, the timer resets. So it'll go back up to 15 minutes. So good play by Maru here, making sure that they try to interrupt it, sure, but they don't actually hold the arc, because then the timer would reset and then it would be even more of a delay for a mid fight. And FF15 actually want the next mid fight to happen as soon as possible. The win condition for FF15 is to win the next mid fight. They need to hold their structures while winning the next mid fight, and holding the structure seems to be pretty tough because they did lose their Sky Altar on the bottom side here in the outer lane. VH, there are a lot of swarmers here, but they do have a steady stream of people starting to fill this structure. Yeah, you could see the health bar slowly but surely get up. I've been really impressed with the structure holds of 88VH. As soon as I say that, this structure's probably gonna drop, but no, yeah, they are filling. Like, I expect this Valhalla individual to just instantly fill. Will they be able to get in, though? That's a real question. Mart swap. Let's see. Joan of Arc is trying to. You can see the circle. Ooh, the garrison dropped, though. If the garrison drops, it's probably going to be GG's. But they are still filling it. They're still filling this Joan of Arc garrison. And this is so important, just trying to stall as much as possible, try to get as much value as possible. They even have an XY garrison now. They're just filling the structure like crazy. This is insane by 88VH. No garrison lead, doesn't matter. Just fill the structure as much as possible. I think it's finally gonna go down, but that extra minute is probably 150 points right there. So good stuff from 88VH, just being able to hold as much as possible to the point where a secondary garrison was actually almost able to get in there. And now FF15, on the contrary, oh, they do have a garrison leader outside. Will this garrison leader be able to get in the structure? If it is, it might be detrimental to 88VH. It took a little bit of a while for that garrison lead to get in, but now that it's finally in, we got the Heraclius YSS. Let's see if FF15 will be able to hold this Desert Altar as well, and March Swap as well. This is exactly what they need to do. 4 altars taken by FF15, as they were able to take the Sky Altar of 88VH. Arc was captured, so now they are up by about 4k points. Let's see if they're able to hold these altars here. Desert Altar. We'll hold on Desert Altar because this has been the most intense altar, I feel. A lot of 88VH marches coming in. Will they be able to bring some reinforcements on the FF15 side? You just gotta start streaming marches from your city. Streaming marches from your cities. Fill, 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 fill. Now, they're not going to be gaining points from this Desert Altar, but they are denying points per minute of 88VH. 88VH only being 290 points per minute to 440 points per minute. It's just that incremental lead that you have to continuously try to nurture on their side here. 88VH able to recapture their Desert Altar. They got a Gorgo garrison now. 6 minutes until Arc spawns. Now this is the time where traditionally teams start rotating mid. Although, wow, they are actually pushing up here. 88VH trying to take these outposts. I think 88VH is finally able to stabilize their Desert Altar. Let's go check the other structures that are blinking right now. We have the outpost of Iset. I feel like most structures aren't going to be that contested. We do have FF15 taking the Shrine of War here. It also looks like the Desert Altar of FF15 is being contested here. Is that cavalry in the rally, the Archer rally? I think I saw cavalry in that Henry rally, which is not what you typically see. You usually want to see full troop types, full of one troop type, so full archers for a rally. But maybe it's a garrison captain inside. FF15 is able to hold this Desert Altar pretty well, though. This is exactly what FF15 need to do to stay in this game. Hold their structures while capturing and contesting the opponent's structures. It looks like this will be held by FF15. There aren't too many marches. Let's go see the Sky Altar here. Oh, this is going to be big. The Sky Altar hold is going to be big. If FF15 is able to hold their Sky Altar, it'll really increase their chances to be able to surmount and make this comeback. There's a lot of resources being used by 88VH for the Sky Altar here. It's getting so low. 88VH able to take the Sky Altar. 4 minutes until Arc spawns. So now FF15 have this dilemma. They have to choose, should we start rotating mid and get that mid tempo, or should we start try to recapture the Sky Altar? It looks like there actually isn't a garrison lead, and I think that's what FF15 was. There were so many marches down here because there was a garrison lead from 88VH. They're able to take out the garrison lead, recapture the structure. But 88VH just have a lot of marches out here, being able to take away points per minute. And now they are all leading points per minute as well. Uh-oh. Yeah, you just want to be as annoying as possible if you're 88VH players here. Try to capture this Sky Altar over and over and over again. as I think, yeah, there are so many marches. So we have about like three players in this outer lane. I think it's three. So 3 players being allocated to the Sky Altar. FF15 deciding to opt into holding and trying to recapture the Sky Altar, meaning that there's going to be 15 marches that are not in this mid lane. Let's see if it's similar here. I feel like there's only 2 players here. On the contrary, on 88VH's side. And look, you'll see these players, I think they just sad faced, and yeah, they're starting to rotate mid in 88VH's side. And I think the last mid fight was so lopsided in 88VH's favor because of their mid priority. You have to keep in mind the points on the skill bar here. FF15 actually used more points in the last mid fight. So we'll have to see what 88VH decides to do here. This is do or die for FF15. If they don't capture this arc and 88VH is able to capture this arc, it's going to be super hard, almost insurmountable to make a comeback here. The outer lane structures are being contested, but it looks like, yeah, I think 88VH, one thing about a good arc team, and 88VH is pretty good here, not overreacting with the pressure. Like, all you have to do is make sure the structure is full and you're good. And look, now all these players are starting to rotate mid with yellow marches, right? So actually most of them are healthy, but like, for example, this march is not going to be... Oh, as we see the mid fight start to progress here, to the death used by 88VH. Wow, dust up used by FF15. I believe they also used Heaven's Grace. Wait, doesn't to the death counteract Heaven's Grace? I might be wrong. Let me just fact check myself here. But a full 10 skills used by 88VH. Let's check the sad faces here. Look at the amount of sad faces pouring out from FF15. Oh my goodness, it's a sad face train. Wow, look at that. That's an insane mid fight. So yeah, actually they I don't know why they use Heaven's Grace into the death. Maybe it's to BM 15 FF15 here. But Heaven's Grace heals a portion of all allied troops, slightly wounded troops for 20 seconds. To the death increases damage dealt to 30 allied troops within an area, but the affected troops cannot be healed. So it's actually a counter synergy. Although it doesn't really matter because they were able to win this mid fight. FF15 again trading the arc for the Desert Altar pressure here. As we flash the code for the 3rd time this stream, QA85NRCOSM. So yeah, that mid fight was really dominant by 88VH. I think the rotations are just more crisp on their side. And I think that's the tough part. It's super tough with a team. I'm guessing 88VH, you know, they've been playing together for a while. And then FF15, like being the team that signed up you don't have as much practice as the Osiris League finalists, Osiris League champions do from the past 2 seasons. So I think that's the biggest discrepancy, is just the timings of these mid fights and the rotations, because it's such a science. Arc of Osiris is such a science where you want to put as little pressure as possible on the structure you're trying to hold, but you want to make sure it doesn't fall. Like you want your garrison to be like 1 HP, and that's how you know you put just enough troops in that area, because you're able to then allocate resources to another part of the map. It's all about resource allocation and march allocation. As is, it was an instant capture by 88VH, so I'm guessing they're like, hey, we win these mid fights super dominantly, let's just keep running it back, let's just keep fighting these mid fights and winning that way. Which is interesting, because the only way FF15 come back is if they capture the next arc. They have to hold 3 to 4 desert altars or altars at all times, and they also have to win this next mid fight. So it's a lot of win conditions that they have to pursue here to mount this comeback. I see the points per minute here. They are winning the points per minute, so, but I think that'll flip as soon as this desert altar captures, as it is even 590 to 590, each team holding their structures here. A lot of pressure being put on this top side structures of 88VH. Look at the sky altar. Everyone's swarming the sky altar. Garrison swap. I like the garrison swap here. Making sure, that's the thing that's the most important within a structure, is you have a garrison. As long as you have a garrison, people filling it, you'll be good. As soon as the garrison popped, it's gonna be really tough to hold a structure. But good stuff from 88VH. This is the old garrison lead. I don't even know if the old garrison lead will be able to stat phase. They gotta take the walk back. 1 minute 20 seconds is gonna be pretty punishing, because that's gonna be back and forth. 88VH's ability to fill these structures, I feel like, was a big key to this game. Making sure they're filled, making sure that you march swap. I think this structure, oh, there are actually a lot of people swarming around it, although they are super low, like 1 HP marches here. There you go, they're now starting the sad phase. So this structure is safe. Oh, look at the circle around. Look at the circle around this desert altar. You got people walking around, and that's one thing you don't want to do if you're attacking an opponent, is there's only 12 people that could swarm down a structure at a time. So you want to make sure you have exactly 12 people hitting, or else everyone else will start walking around when they could be attacking the marches. Swarming the swarmers is what I call it. But it does look like they are able to hold this desert altar, which is one of their win conditions here. So that you could check that off their list of win conditions that they're fulfilling right now. But it is 5 minutes until Arc spawns, because Arc was instant captured. I will say FF15 have more points, because 88VH used To the Death and Heaven's Grace. There's like a murder ball going on over here. There's a murder ball going over here. It's pure madness right now. The other structures seem like they are going to be held by FF15. They are also starting to rotate mid here, FF15. So FF15 actually having the first rotation because 88VH, they're streaming their marches to recapture this desert altar. Which isn't too much of a detour, to be fair. You just dip down and then go straight mid. It looks like 88VH was able to clear FF15. And the thing that you have to remember, in Osiris League, you could account things as, oh, this is account difference, or because people play with their actual accounts in Osiris League. All these accounts are even. So everyone's given the same amount of troops, same amount of commanders, same amount of gear. All commanders unlocked, rather. So this is all just strategy, maybe different talents, but mostly it's the amount of troops in one area to another. So if you have more people in one place, then you're probably gonna win that open field fight. Target selection, all those micro things. So there we go. 88VH actually amassing more of a murder ball than FF15, even though FF15 had some of the first marches here. 2 minutes until arc spawns. So we have 2 minutes until this final arc. Even if FF15 capture this arc, though, they don't have enough points to, I think it's like 3k points. I'm not exactly too sure how much points. Let's see. That's about like 3k points for an arc at this point. They wouldn't be able to catch up, so they need to capture some structures here. Although in this game the structures have been super even. As we put away the gift code here, mid fight starting in the start, maybe 88VH pushing up, FF15 understanding that they don't have the same amount of marches. Oh, they're rotating up. Interesting. Let's see what FF15 can do in this situation. They still have To the Death. I expect To the Death and Dust Up for this mid fight here. 30 seconds until the arc spawns at the Temple of Osiris. $20 seconds left. The fight's starting. Let's see what skills are used. Dust Up used by FF15. To the Death used by FF15. I think Total Vision was also used on 88VH's side. So FF15, this is the most even mid brawl that they've had. Arc has spawned. Do they have people trying to tap this arc? I don't see any marches from FF15's side trying to capture this arc in the back lane here. Oh, it's because the arc's in the bottom. Wow, 88VH actually able to get a pull on their side. Oh man, look how far that arc went. That was a great pull by 88VH. And that's the thing, even if you start winning the murder ball, you have to have people instantly trying to tap that arc. 88VH yet again getting another pull. Just slowly trying to inch it lower and lower, closer and closer to their side. Wow, so FF15 actually won that mid fight. But 88VH were able to get these pulls closer and closer and closer. We'll see if that'll pay dividends here. And if they continue to... And look, they are streaming marches mid. They are contesting this arc. So, FF15... Wow, they won the mid fight, but they forgot to pull the arc. VH was just faster. As long as you have a march tap like close to the temple, we've seen this in Osiris League Finals Game 3, JST versus 93T. JST winning mid, but they forgot about the Arc of Osiris, and 93T was able to capture it. Yet again, 88VH, and now that there's reinforcements coming in, FF15 just don't have the troops to continuously capture this arc. Yet another pull from 88VH. Wow, look at that. And it's a double C too. That double C is going to start zooming. It's creating some distance. It's creating some distance. And 88VH was wiped. I mean, FF15 was wiped. So, good stuff. Textbook stuff from 88VH. Just able to make sure that they got the pulls, they controlled the narrative, they controlled where the arc spawned and where it ultimately went. Because they're able to get that initial pull, the reinforcements from 88VH were able to get to the arc faster. And just those milliseconds, every second counts in an arc game. And that's how they're able to essentially re-engage into FF15's murder ball. And that's the thing that's so tricky about mid. Even if you win the initial fight, if it's extended, all the sad face marches, all the people that you were able to sad face get to start walking back faster, refreshed, and all those refreshed marches were able to control and take this arc. So great stuff from 88VH. Looking like a very strong team to contend with. As yeah, it looks like this is where all the marches are streaming. FF15 last ditch efforts starting to walk to beeline towards this arc, as we see 88VH trying to get into a city as fast as possible. We start to see the emotes coming out, the buy emotes. It looks like they're actually going to be holding this arc. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Just make sure that it's the last arc that spawns. And we'll get to see 88VH hold another structure. Again, this is what I'm saying. The circle. You see the circle? It just marches walking around in a circle. That means that there are 12 marches currently hitting this desert altar. And there's no space for those marches to hit the desert altar. Meaning that those marches are not doing damage, not dealing DPS. They could be dealing DPS to the open field marches, but they just have too many people trying to storm down this desert altar. And if you're a good team, if you have healthy marches next to a structure, there's no reason why structure should fall. So even though it looks low, they're just going to consistently fill it with all of the healthy marches that they have around. So this desert altar is going to be safe. Let's go ahead and see. So I guess some notes about 88VH. They are very mid-focused, defensive for the structure game. they do take the, you know, Shrine of Life and all that kind of stuff. They take the outer lane structures, but for these inner lane structures specifically, this Desert Altar hasn't been contested as much as most teams do. It's been a lot of mid focus on their side and just trying to fill the structures and make sure the structures are as healthy as possible. Wow, where are all these marches going? They're just refreshing? Okay. I don't think I've ever seen a mass refresh like this before. So it looks like this is the place to be. Shrine of War. Arc was captured, and yeah, there's no fourth arc this game. So there will only be 3 arcs. If you're trying to learn from this game, 88VH, just look at how they're consistently filling the structures and holding as long as possible. Their rotations are pretty good. And this has been a pretty standard international game. I'm really interested to see how the international servers do against the Chinese servers as we continue on throughout this tournament. By the way, we also have another set of matches at 14 UTC. So be sure to subscribe to the official Rise of Kingdoms channel right here if you want to see more Grand Prix content. Wow, they're just insta-swarming this rally. Look at that. The rally is pretty much sad-faced by the time that it hits the Desert Altar. And that's the thing, if you control arcs, you don't even need to go to the opponent side of the map. You can just hold your own structures and you'll be winning. This is the round of 16. So after this, next week we'll have the second set of games for the round of 16. The week after that we'll have the quarterfinals, the week after that semifinals, and then the finals. So it should be an interesting amount. There's gonna be a lot of matches within the next couple of weekends here. Let's see. There are a lot of FF15 marches around here.
Wake up, sundown, creatures and gods around. Beware, prepare.
This Desert Altar has been where all the action has been, because FF15 has been trying to take this Desert Altar for like this whole game, and they've been successful, but at the end of the day, 88VH has been doing a great job just filling the structure up. As we see the outer lane structures, Sky Altar also being under contention. They got 2 backup garrisons. Look at this. They got 2 Heraclius YSSs just waiting outside of the structure. And look at that. So I'm guessing this player had a Marts nearby and they're March swapping. Yeah, so they're trying to keep the structure as filled as possible. They're like, oh, we have a low March, let's just fill it up. Look how many garrisons they're swapping into this structure. I think I saw like a total of 4 different garrisons. Heaven's Grace used by 88 VH might as well, right? There's no more mid fight, so just heal up your troop as much as possible. Sky Altar actually taken by 88 VH. As we see both teams use Heaven's Grace. I think this is the first time we've seen 88 VH. I mean, 88 VH has also been able to capture the Sky Altar every now and then, but they've been on more the defensive than the offensive this game for sure. Sky Altar taken back from FF15. Oh wow, look at that. Look at the marches coming in from 88 VH to this Desert Altar. Putting on offensive here. So what would usually be happening is these marches would be rotating mid. Sorry. These marches would be rotating mid. The camera went crazy there for a second. But because there's no more mid fight, they're just rotating to the Desert Altar. So that's just the pressure difference. Let's go see the Desert Altar here. And let's see how 88 VH chooses to attack this one. It's like they have a little bit of a split focus where some people are swarming down the structure, some people are swarming down the open field marches. I will say swarming down the open field marches in this situation is actually pretty beneficial because that reduces the amount of marches that they can FF15 can fill this Desert Altar with. But you still want at least 12 people swarming. It's just like such a precise number of people swarming. 12 people. And it's hard to know if you have the full 12 or if you're trying to find a slot to actually swarm. But look at that. The altar is getting pretty low. Will FF15 be able to march swap? Will they be able to march swap? It's getting low. 88 VH taking the structure, even though FF15 had marches around there. So that's just, even though it is later on in the game and you know some people are probably checked out and they're probably saying, you know, good try in the VCs, that's just to demonstrate the difference of march swapping and trying to hold structures. Where if you have a healthy open field march nearby, you should just try to fill it as much as possible. It looks like they will be able to hold that. Dust up used by 88 VH is using as many points as possible. A counter dust up used by Cortex. I wonder if anyone's actually mid. There's one player. They don't have enough points for strategies though. That would have been so interesting to see if they tried it, but there you go. I think that's the game. 5 seconds to go. GG's to both teams. And congratulations to 88 VH as they are moving to the quarterfinals. FF15 call with the most valuable player, the MVP, 40k to 26k in terms of points. Arc score 10.5k to 0. Occupation score, they even won in occupations, and they actually even provisioned as well. Total kills 87 mil to 80 mil. And these are the teleports, arc captures. So GG's to both teams. FF15, it was great attempt. And 88 VH. Let's go into the bracket here. They are going to be versing the winner of USD and 489. So GG's to both teams. Be sure to stay tuned and subscribe to the official Rise of Kingdoms channel, as we are going to have some more Ark of Osiris Grand Prix action at 14 UTC. And check out our channel, check out Plato Gaming in the description as well. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys next time.